from the bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
at the end of the day. All right, man. Y'all please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Brothas N Bets. Let's keep it going. Next matchup we got the Houston Texans, hometown team. They're going on the road to take on the Cleveland Browns. Both of these guys are 1-0. Texans are 1-0. Browns are 1-1, coming off a tough loss against the Chiefs. The line
1-1.
The Browns. Yeah. Oh, I'm tripping.
0-1.
1-0 and 0-1. Yeah, I don't know. I added the game some kind of way. Line over them at the Browns -13. The total was at 48. A couple actual factuals for each team. The Texans, they're 6-3 ATS in their last 9 games. Wow. 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games. 6-0 ATS in their last 6 games against Cleveland. 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games against Cleveland. 2-7 straight up in their last 9 games on the road. 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent in the American Football Conference. They're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the AFC North Division. 1-4 ATS in the last 5 games played in the month of September, and the total has gone under. 4 of the last 5 games been playing on the road in Cleveland. The Browns, they're 4-2 ATS in their last 6. 12-6 straight up in their last 18 games. 1-4 ATS their last 10 games. 1-4 ATS their last 5 games at home. The total has gone under in 4 of Cleveland's last 5 games when playing at home against Houston. The total has also gone over in 6 of the last 8 games in the American Conference, in the AFC Conference. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent from the AFC. 5-13-1 straight up in their last 19 games played in December, and 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games when played on a Saturday. Mikey, Hova, Texans at Browns -13. What you got for me?
Okay, so it moved down because I know originally I think it was at like 13.
Yeah, I think it was at, yeah.
Okay. All right, man. So this is another interesting game. First of all, I didn't see the Texans doing what they were going to do against the Jags. Now I know the Jags are very, very terrible.
Yes.
So the question is, and the Browns, they lost a close one to the Chiefs. They had every opportunity really to win that game. So the question becomes, are the Texans, are they going to be who we initially thought they were going to be before the season? That team that maybe only won about 1 or 2 games. Are the odds makers? Are they overreacting? Maybe because they beat the Jags, or maybe they're underreacting. I don't know. But my thing is, I feel like and I never thought I would say this the entire year, but I feel like the Texans, their defense looked pretty good. Granted, it was the Jaguars, and I wasn't really impressed with them. But the Jaguars are a very terrible, undisciplined team. That's a whole nother conversation. I think the Texans should do enough to cover, as long as they can control the clock and play solid defense and protect the ball. Then they should be able to cover that. Now things can get out of hand real quickly, especially down in Cleveland, if they start turning the ball over and giving up some big plays. But 13 points in the NFL game, I don't care. That's just really a lot. So I'm gonna have to go with the Texans to go ahead and cover. I think they'll do a decent job on the ground. I'm really anxious to see how that defensive line holds up against the Browns' offensive line, along with the running attack of Chubb and Hunt. I want to see, that's going to be the key matchup that I'm looking at, because the Texans only gave up like 76 yards rushing, I think, last week against the Jags. So my play is Texans +13.
Okay. LJ.
I know. I feel you. I hate to say it.
No, I'm riding with you, bro. I already told you. The defense showed me last week that they gonna come out there and compete, man. And I don't care if it was the Jags. Granted, the Jags did make a lot of mistakes, so it's not like the Texans really went out there and just thrashed them. You know, I'm not saying all that, but from what we expected to what we saw, I think y'all can have a little optimism about this team, bro, because every category that they were bad in last year, they've already improved it in one game. Like,
Definitely.
It's a totally different team. Like, the offense is still, because Deshaun Watson put up points and yards last week. I'm strictly talking about the defensive side of the ball, bro. Like,
the culture is different.
They play like, you know, and this is something I wanted to tell y'all about. A lot of the players on the Texans are on 1-year deals. So these guys are out here trying to get a job for next year. So they are out here competing. They the underdog, going to be in every game. And we already know, always counting out the underdog, you know, they going to bite you, you know, once in a while. So the way the defense played, and it's another thing I paid attention to. We only had 4 3-and-outs on offense last week.
Okay, you mean we, like you and the Texans?
I mean, Texans,
Not
yeah,
we,
I said that's my team.
Like the three
Texans,
of us.
Okay, the Texans. They had only 4 3-and-outs last week on offense, bro. And I'm probably sure I could put my money up. I don't know what the number is, but I'm pretty sure it was more than 4 3-and-outs in a game last year.
Yeah,
and the defense only had 5 3-and-outs. So, how many times can we just picture last year the defense getting 3-and-outs consistent? You get what I'm saying?
It was very damn near never.
So you hit it on the head, Mikey. If they can stop the rush, because that's what Cleveland does best. Stop the rush, make them one-dimensional, make Baker Mayfield make a play. Who's to say, man? This game may be up for grabs in the fourth quarter, bro. But the Texans got to hold the ball, like you say. They can't turn the ball over. And Tyrod Taylor has played in Cleveland, so he is familiar, we should say, with the team.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't beat them since Savansky's been the coach. You see what I'm saying? So that concerns me. So that's why I'm not going to take the win. But I think I'm like you.
He's only been the coach for 1 year.
Well, hold on. No, it says something. My bad. 5-0. Oh, I'm sorry. Cleveland is 5-0 following a loss under Kevin Stefanski. He's 5-0 coming off a loss. So that's why I'm not going to take the win, because I'm just not confident that the Texans can go in there and beat Cleveland. You know, like that. I'm not going to put my money on.
They're 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games against Cleveland. The Texans are.
I mean, it's all, like I said, it's all good. I'm just going on the fact
that was a different team, though.
Yeah, I'm going on the fact that the Texans played Jacksonville last week, supposed to Cleveland playing the best team probably in the AFC, which is Kansas City. That's what I'm going on.
Let me take over this shit real quick, because you talking about overreaction after one fucking day. Whoa. They played the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
They had the number 1 draft pick in the league for a reason. And picking a quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, as good as he may turn out to become, does not solve all the other issues of why they had the number 1 pick in the draft. Not only that, a rookie quarterback that has never seen an NFL defense, let alone a Lovie Smith defense. I'm not going to pretend that Lovie Smith is a great or, you know, one of the best defensive coaches, but I like to think he's a well-respected. I personally well-respected.
I'll say he's a great defensive coordinator.
Okay, that's fine. I can roll with that. I mean, he did take with the Bears to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's definitely a well-respected defensive coordinator. So of course he's going to confuse a rookie quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, who has never seen NFL defense. So let's keep that in mind. Also, let's keep in mind that Urban Meyer, the head coach, has never called an NFL game in his life. Now, great college coach, I'll give you that. But the last couple stops on his college tour, he walked out on the field with the best players every game except for the national championship game that he played.
Gotcha.
When he was at Ohio State, 9 times out of 10, he had the best players on the field, no matter who they lined up against. Now, I don't want to take any credit away because Urban worked his way up from I can't remember where he was at before Utah. I know he was at Utah, then Florida, but he was somewhere else at a lower school. So I know he's a good offensive mind. I don't want to discredit him, but it's his first time ever stepping on a NFL field, bro. And where he doesn't have the best athletes, he probably has the worst athletes. It's probably that for the first time in a long time. So I don't want to take nothing from the Texans. I want to keep in mind of all those things that happen. Now, with that being said, let me focus on Cleveland. Cleveland gave that game away. I agree with you, Mikey. They had the game. The game was, you just got to hold on, baby. And to me, that game is everything of why they're not ready. Because Baker Mayfield is not the kind of quarterback that in the fourth quarter, with 3 minutes left to go in the clock, can you go get me a touchdown? I don't care what else the fuck happened before the game. Like, we know when Dallas scored and we saw Tom Brady with like a minute or 2 minutes, however much time was left on that clock, and they showed him on the side, and it was like, oh, that's too much time. It's too much time. When you start saying that about your quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, 2 minutes, too much time. Like, so until we get to when we say that about Baker, that's when they're ready to take that next step. Will they be a good team?
Right.
I agree. 13 points is way too much. I'm not fucking with it, to be honest with y'all. But I think they can, man. They should have beat KC, and they was up. The Texans can't come back like that. So that 13 may be good. I'm passing, personally. It's too much unknown. I do like what I thought the Texans. I hope that is what we continue to see. The defense, LJ, every defensive point you made was correct, but at the same time, we played the Jags. So I don't know. So I'll pass.
Okay.
I just wanted y'all to keep that shit in mind. The boys was kind of like, "Oh, the Texans." Hold on.
Oh no, I mean that's why I said earlier.
But 13 might be too much. I don't know.
Hey, we can.
It should be too much.
We can get the Texans that we expected, and they can get blown out. You know what I'm saying? The only
13 is supposed to be too much.
The only reason, like I think that they can cover is just, to be honest with you, just based off of Lovie Smith and how I saw the defense playing. Granted, it was against the Jags,
right?
So, but you also got to think about it too. You got the backdoor late garbage touchdown in your pocket sometimes too.
Yeah.
So
13 supposed to be too much. That's complete disrespect for an NFL team. So it should be too much. You telling me on a neutral field the Browns are 10 points better than the Texans?
Against the Browns, when have the Browns garnered that much respect to ever be a 13-point favorite against anybody?
That's what I'm saying.
I can understand the Buccaneers. Hell, I can understand the Chiefs. The Browns?
Yeah. You see.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from